So, a moment of valor, France. Let's take a look on the video and show to you guys a little bit of the sales that are going on for the French. Okay, so the moment of valor is always something that it's pretty cool. We had one for Brazil, which is my country, right? So I always love this type of thing. It's kind of weird that we didn't have one for France yet, but yeah. So very, very cool. Of course, they're talking about the World War II, of course. Let's see if we have some other model that isn't in the game, right? This always happens on the Moment of Valor, of course. So yeah, of course, it's the Richelieu, isn't it? I might be a Bismarck and I don't even know. So it's pretty normal one for now. This looks nice. Okay, yeah, EXOCET, of course. Always showing the EXOCET when they can without having an EXOCET in the game, which is, yeah, always sad, but eventually we'll probably have an EXOCET in the game, right? I would hope so. Oh, okay, Peacekeeping UN Leclerc, which is a very different skin for it, right? Mirage 2000. Oh, yeah, I know this. Yeah, I know that homage, if you will. Oh, killing drones, okay. So nothing too crazy. Exocet again. Like I said, guys, where is the Exocet, right? I mean, oh, that is cool. That is cool as well. An A400, if I'm not mistaken, right? So yeah, very normal one, I gotta say. Like nothing too crazy. It was pretty alright. I mean, the Exocet, we need the Exocet, man. Come on, Gaijin. Give us the Exocet for the Super Itandar. And after looking at the video, now we can take a look on some of the stuff. So we have two bundles at first, the Bastille Ground Forces and Air Bundle, which are pretty alright, actually. They're not that bad. So half price, basically, right? Taking three vehicles that are premium over here. We have the AMX-13 M24, which is basically an AMX-13 with the M424 chassis. We have the AMX-30 premium and the MX-13 with the SS-11 missile, right? Which is pretty good. We're gonna take a look on them in the game if I can. Also, of course, let me go back here. We have one for the aircraft. The Narval isn't the greatest thing ever, but it's a cool aircraft. And the Mirage F1 C200, I mean, as well, I would say, right, it's okay, nothing too crazy, but it's not a bad vehicle. It's just that it's not for everybody, I would say, right? And then, of course, we have some other things, like, for example, the decal, and also some vehicles that are going to show inside the game. So here we have one of them, the Milan, which is a pretty good, actually, aircraft. It's not a bad one. 9.7, basically a Mirage 5, kind of. It has the little, like, it's a little bit of a different aircraft. It has the little, is it a canard? What is it? But yeah, to help it out landing situations, right? It doesn't have a radar, but yeah, it does have the CCIPs and CCRPs, which is pretty good. It's basically a ground attacker version, very similar to the Mirage 5 in a general sense, right? Or even the, what's it called? Forgot the name. It's like the Draken F-35, right? Compared to a normal Draken, right? So, yeah, you can buy it for 6,363 Golden Eagles. I think it's a pretty good premium. Kind of heavy on price, but still it is kind of a heavy on, tier as well. We have the Vautour 2N, which is probably one of the coolest aircraft in these BRs. Why is that? Because it has a radar missile and it has an incredibly low BR. So it has, of course, the Nords and stuff, but it does use the, what's it called? Oh, this version doesn't take them. So, I thought this thing had the, what's it called? The R311, I think it's called, right? Where is that missile? Did they remove the missile? Oh, no, it's right here, right? Yeah, the R511, sorry. So yeah, this is a late model, right? So it doesn't have that, but it has a higher BR. What? What do you mean it has a higher BR? Why does it have a higher BR? It doesn't make much sense, but maybe it's the ground capability. I don't know. But anyway, it is a pretty good vehicle, okay? It's just a little bit weirder to use, I would say, because it feels like a very sluggish aircraft, but then it's kind of a fighter at the same time. So it's they're pretty alright, okay? And of course, we do have here some of the premiums that you can buy with the bundle. You know, the 13 M24, very weird looking vehicle, M24 turret, MX-13 chassis, of course. We do have, where are the other ones? The MX-30, I think this is the one, right? I'm pretty sure. Just a normal MX-30 pretty much, right? And then, of course, we do have our AMX 13 SS11, right? So you can buy it from the bundle. This one is actually pretty good. Just a little bit harder to use the missiles, but it's still pretty good. And of course, for aviation, we do have the Mirage F1 C200. Again, guys, not for everybody. The Mirage F1 can be hard to fly sometimes, but it does have 2 Magic 2s. These BRs guarantee 2 kills, basically, right? And then, of course, we do have the Narval, which is also a very weird aircraft, but it can be amazing if used correctly, right? So, is it worth to get? Well, in my opinion, it depends on what you want to do, basically, right? Because, honestly, the Mila itself, you're going to buy it for what? A little bit cheaper, right? So, if you want to buy just the Mila, it would be the cheaper option. You know, it would be the easier option, the cheaper option, because it is 1 tier lower than the Mirage F1 C200 over here, but it's much cheaper to just buy one vehicle, right? For these Golden Eagles. So I would buy the Golden Eagles and buy it. I think the Mila is the best option out here. But if you really love the Mirage F1 C200, I mean, the C200, although it's not the greatest, maybe the easiest aircraft, I would say, right? It is a rank 7. Which means that you can, you know, research top tier with it. So very easy to do that. Maybe it's worth it, but you're gonna pay twice as much to have both of these aircraft, right? So the most cost-effective option would be to get the Mila, okay? It does have some A9Bs, not the greatest thing ever, but it is a very low BR vehicle, 9.7. And for the tanks, man, it's a little bit more complicated. As you see, I don't have them, so I'm not going to talk too much about. I know the MX-30 can be a good vehicle. I know the MX-13 can be a good vehicle. I don't know about the 24 over here, but in a general sense, they are good vehicles, I think, from what I heard. Like I said, I didn't play with them so too much, so I don't know exactly, but I would imagine that it would probably be worth it, but you have to spend a lot of money to get the 3 versions, right? Which can be kind of useless since, you know, having one premium is already enough, right? Because you can buy, like, you can get all of these with the research of one higher tier premium. So I don't know if it's really worth to actually get 3 of them just for the sake of it. My opinion, not really. And maybe just the Mila. Okay, the other ones may be too expensive, but you tell me in the comments if you think they are worth it, okay? So I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. Thank you all the members and patrons, and let me just show to you guys. Of course, this is just pretty much just a Mirage 3, but yeah, it is a pretty fun aircraft to actually fly, okay? So it is very nimble, very light, and I think it is worth it to get, okay? So I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, and bye. See ya.